Just a little update on the statistics with the goal scored. Anquan Smith of the battalion now takes over the Tier 1 lead for points. So a little bit of a rivalry brewing between Danny Cunningham. But we get underway in our matchup with the Imperium and the Pioneers. The Imperium in black, the Pioneers in white. The Pioneers playing back in their own zone. Going across, and we'll throw it up to the left. If you've ever seen them in person, they are really speedy in their play. As that one went all the way down for icing. A little bit of a disagreement, but they said that they never gained the red line.
They think that it went off a Pioneer player before it went down the other end, so I think we're going to get a center for the face-off.
And that's exactly what they're going to do, go back to center. This will be advantageous for the Pioneers as they enter the zone, but the back check getting to work as they'll just throw it on it, and Bell makes his first save of the game as the ball bounces right in front of his crease. Going back down low for the Imperium, Jake Hollick. Back behind the net, Pat Bell in net for the Pioneers. Looking for a wide-angle shot, save it! Everyone dig it in! Pops out to the circle and will be taken away by Josh Drawall.
Danny Cunningham was early scoring opportunity, like we said before. He's talking about his size and his strength around the net. He's tough to handle. You almost have to put two guys on him when he gets in front of it.
Plays off to the right. Dave hit is sticking away, and a shot deflects off a body. Chance goes wide. The Pioneers trying to keep their mistakes to the minimum. You don't want to do that against the former champions. And a quick shot, easily steered away, back to the corner. Attempt to clear, kept in by Craig Steedle. Looking for a shot and steered away. Goes back to the point, taken away by the Imperium, but it goes out of play. And quite a decent pushback by the Pioneers.
Well, it looks like the Pioneers' strategy is to pressure the Imperium team all over the rink, and that means in their own defensive zone. They're not sitting back trying to settle in a sort of a trap defense. They're all over them as soon as they get control of the ball when they're in an end.
A quick shot going wide of the net, glove down. Pioneers trying to keep their defensive zone time to a minimum as they come out with possession. Up to the right wing, trying to look for a shot. Scanlon with the stop. Goes back to the center line. Yes. No, they did not hold the zone. They're forced to tag. Unfortunate for the Pioneers as the Imperium get their change going. As they'll wait to finish up, and now a pass left. They'll just take their time. You see Owen Dell's applying pressure.
Now they're sitting back in a 1-2-2. The key is to stop them right before the red line if that's gonna be successful. That forecheck.
A shot goes on to Mills, who will. To Bell, who will make the stop. But so far, it's a little more even than I was expecting for a start to this game.
Yeah, these two teams they don't have the run and gun players that the last game had. We have guys that sort of like to settle the ball down, be better with the ball.
From a wide angle, you see Christian Magliocco trying to throw it up, and they did not gain the red line. Icing coming back to the Imperium zone.
Again, every ice gives the other team an opportunity to get a good scoring chance. You've got to try to limit your mistakes as best you can throughout the game.
Imperium love to have a little speedy game when it comes to passes. Maybe try to get a little too speedy there. In the meantime, they will take it back behind their net. Almost got stripped, and he'll reverse it to get back behind his net. throw out the left boards. There's off the board. Shot and a save by Scanlon. Off the right boards. They turn it back over to the Pioneers. You see it. Driving the net was Christian Magliocco. He's been attacking the net quite aggressively early in the game. Back behind their net. Back and forth, waiting to reset. We see a pressure being applied by Anthony Smith. Trying to enter the zone, gets blocked by the back check. They try to look for a turnaround shot from Owen Mills. Goes into the corner. Mills back behind the net. To the point. Looking to get a return. Comes back all the way around. Brandon Krause joining the play. And gets pressured off the ball. Knocked down.
Pioneers seem to be running around in their own zone here. Can't get the ball out. It's going to be problems. They have to take an ice here. They cannot get the ball out of their zone.
Yeah, any kind of whistle for that matter. And for the Pioneers, they do get control. There's a being thrown around by Josh Gerwall. Back out. And a shot by Scanlon. Falls up behind the net. Imperium reset again. Here the benches say pressure.
That's what the Pioneers want to do. They want to pressure the ball all over the rink. They don't want to give the Imperium team a chance to breathe with the ball.
Owen Mills looking to attack. But it seems that the Pioneers know him all too well. They pressure him to the wall. Comes out, no ice, as the Imperium go off on a change. Will be lifted up. Knocked down at the blue line. Off the left wall. Look at the battle in front of the net. Couple of shots. That's a wide angle shot! But Scanlon seals it off. It's on the number 26.
Craig Steedle coming from a defensive position, putting pressure around the net.
The Imperium out of the way. Shot and saved by Bill. Behind the net one more time. Back to the corner. Been a little while since we had a whistle. Shot steered away by Bill. Escapes one, goes to the slot. Shot it, it's blocked.
Steve Gregory.
And he'll take the shot. And Scanlon scrambling for the ball. Pops it towards center. Another shot and a save by Scanlon.
As you've seen down the other end, Danny Cunningham had the ball one hand on the stick, was still able to get a good scoring opportunity off. And then we transitioned back the other way. Steve Gregory gets the ball. All he needs to do, get it on net. He tried to hit the backdoor pass, went on net, and Bryce Scanlon had trouble handling it. Right to the point, was able to make the big save.
And it almost looked like that his own defenseman nearly put it on himself. And out of play, but that's the kind of chaos that can be created from those types of plays.
Both goalies are coming up big early in this game. They had to make the key saves they have to make.
What I'm more impressed with is how the Pioneers have been handling the pressure from the Imperium. The question is, how much longer can they take? Because they will need to get one by Scanlon soon. And meanwhile, Imperium down to the right corner. So there are less than 3 minutes left in the first period. Still no score. Goes back to the point, looking for a shot, and steered it away to the corner. Imperium will come back and reset.
Good.
And now we'll try to throw a shot from the center line. Saved by Bell. Rebound attempt. Also steered away by Bell. Back behind the net again. Pass out to the blue line. A Pioneer goes down, back along the center line. They'll just throw it right back down. The Pioneers will settle the play, and we'll wait for a change. Just go up the left wing. Hits the target, but just got tied up for a moment. One more time. Gave it away. Imperium trying to...
We talked about it earlier. Pioneers are putting pressure all over the rink.
To the high slot. Trying to spin off of one. He'll just throw it off the end wall. Minute 40 remaining in the period. A couple of spins.
So good.
Back to the point.
Damn block. Good.
For anything, the Pioneers did a great job playing pressure. Now a chance for the partial 2-on-1, but they won't get a chance there as they will be spun around. Scanlon! The Pioneers say they got it, and they do.
Justin Hancock coming from the defensive position, big body in front of the net, was able to get the ball. I think it threw it right off of Bryce Scanlon's body into the net. Or did he make the save? Did he make the save? It looks like he might be going to a face-off. He might have made the save.
The Pioneers say they have it.
Looks like he made the save. He did make the save.
Whoa. Pioneers thought they had a goal, but Scanlon perhaps didn't save the game so far. And second chance, and Scanlon, make sure everybody knows he's got that one.
Pioneers putting a lot of pressure on right now. Imperium's having trouble getting the ball out of their zone now.
But the fact that the Pioneers came so close to getting around Scanlon is impressive enough. Have had struggles for the past season or two, but the fact that they're doing this to the Imperium should be giving them a morale boost as we approach a minute remaining in the first period. Waiting for an opening, and L just throw it down. Imperium just trying to at least try to keep the play stabilized. A shot going wide. Getting around, looking for one-timer and missed wide from Brandon Krause.
Referees may have missed an offsides there, gave the Imperium a good opportunity to score. We'll see what happens. They still have possession in the own zone.
Tries to throw it back to the point, back to the center line. Now thrown back around the boards. 25 seconds left in the period. Circling back, pressured on the double team, plays off the left boards. And up in the high circle, a shot from Chris Bittner, and that ball will go out of play with 11 seconds left.
Pioneers with a couple big turnovers there. Pat Bell's going to be the key here. He's going to be the key to keep them in the game. They needed that ugly goal. The Pioneers just can't seem to get that break. So they throw to the net and they get a good bounce for them or a bad bounce for the opposing team. Get a goal here, but we'll see what happens. We're going to keep pressuring.
Time for at least one more thing for the Imperium. Back on the side net, Bell swats it away. 2 seconds left, and the Imperium will not get another chance. An impressive showing by the Pioneers, taking on the former champions as we enter the first intermission with no score. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with the second period. Well, welcome back, everybody. Apologies for the technical problem, but just as we came on, Imperium just scored, and the Imperium take a 1-0 lead.
That could be huge in this game. As I said before, we got 2 good goalies in this game. It's going to be a low-scoring game anyway, so we'll see what happens if Imperium's able to build on that or if Pioneers can get one back.
Bell has been performing quite well, and so has his team. It's been having a better performance as of late, especially against former champions. The goal has been scored to Danny Cunningham, who has been among the top points leaders of Tier 1 And with that goal now ties him with Anquan Smith for the lead. The ball goes back into the corner. The Imperium under control. Taking his time, trying to look for an opening. It's back into the corner. Just plays it off the end boards. Trying to fight for control, unable. The Pioneers back on the attack. 3 minutes gone in the second period. Imperium just scored the first goal of the game from Danny Cunningham. Looking for a wraparound. Doesn't really have
Josh
any
Draw coming into Steve Gregory. Good scoring opportunity there.
He was trying to hold on for as long as possible as he didn't have an option. Gregory throws it off the end boards. Imperium get out of zone and almost outside there. Bell sprawling out, keeping the ball away. And another shot saved by Bell. Recovers again for the Imperium. Back in attempt saved by Bell. As Harrison Litzinger just kept throwing it on as it goes down for icing.
Looked like Pat Bell was able to get just a toe pad save on that one shot. Went to the corner. They got another great scoring opportunity. He was able to come up with a big save there, too. Just got his toe on that.
Imperium come back on the draw. Tries to throw it back. Goes right in front of Bell. Back to the opposite corner. Now tries to throw one on net. Hits the side like a wraparound. Has an opening, but Bell gets this pad out at the last moment.
Andy Cunningham again around that net, man. Just a tough player to handle. Had a great scoring opportunity there. I can't believe that didn't go in.
There's another shot at Bell. Once again, showing his agility. Coming back around.
Pioneers are sort of scrambling right now. Brendan Krause behind the net.
Pioneers feeling the pressure now, but trying to send one up. Comes right back to the point. Shot! Score! Steve Gregory puts one up, and we're tied.
That's the guy that the Pioneers need to put the ball in the net. There was a good screen in front of net, but the problem was the Imperium guys. They got to give the goalie the opportunity to see the shot. And as you see, two guys and standing dead in front of him and never even see the ball come in. The key is for them defensemen to spread out, part the seas, and let the goalie make the save, but they didn't get out of the way. If you're going to get in front of the shot, you better block the shot.
And we have seen that in last week's game when they faced the Aces. It's the screenplays that seem to get the best of them, but they're going to try that counterattack. The ball goes into the corner. Action point, and almost had an opening for the Pioneers. Could have developed into a 2-on-1. As players collide. Back to the boards. Getting tied up, Pioneers being the beneficiary. Coming back to the wide angle and snared by Bell.
That was a huge goal for the Pioneers to get back into this game. As I said, I could see this being a 2-1, 3-2 at the most game, and goals are going to be tough to come by.
Off the draw for the Imperium was Harrison Whitfinger. Loses that one as the Pioneers look to clear out in front of the Imperium bench. Trying to make a push. They do get it across. Along the wall for the Pioneers is Josh Morgan. Trying to find the right slide, knocked off the ball. Is Saul. Number 93, Justin Hancock moving in. The Imperium not giving up on the clearing attempt. They do get it across. They tag. A dangerous area in front of the net. They do clear. No ice here. A good loft on that clear. Backhanded up along the wall. Justin Hancock being right there for the Pioneers. Now the wide angle shot for the Imperium gets blocked. Back to the point. Looks for another shot. Misses wide. Back behind the net. Pioneers in position. They'll just stretch it up. Pioneers go off on the change. but not before. Well, Lone Ranger back behind the goal line. Imperium back the other way. A shot going wide from Jake Hollick. Back down below the goal line with just too many Pioneers surrounding him. And a thrown on net by Jordan Robbins. It comes back, locked it again, and almost. And he just got one more handle on the ball. Tries to go for the high slot. Backhand shot steered away by Bill. Back in the corner again.
Definitely want to keep Brendan Crosby out of that slot area. As you see, he's sitting waiting. Imperium controlling the play right now.
In and around, Danny Cunningham, as you mentioned, trying to
good block by Josh Grawl.
Pioneers, one more time, they give it away. Attempt to clear. Just throws it to the right circle. Back to the point. Was looking for a one-timer, couldn't get a handle on it. And a potential
3-on-1.
Pioneers.
Now 3-on-3.
Back across, unable to find anyone. One more time for the Imperium. You see the number 16, Jake Hollick pushing it down to the corner. Playing the cycle again. Goes back across looking for Owen Mills. Unable, back to the point. Thrown on net. Missed one by Downing. Pioneers the way. Shots.
Trying to get that ball through. Good defensive play there, coming the other way.
And a shot and a save off the shot from Tommy Esposito.
Big save by Pat Bell again. Steve Gregory, a little give and go there. Josh Straw couldn't get the ball through. Good block by the defenseman going the other way. Transitions everything. Transition in, transition out.
That's what somebody said, but it should be.
And we didn't even get to speak about the first period. It's just impressive that the Pioneers were able to handle the pressure as they gain control, trying to fight off a double team into the corner. Tries to head back off the end boards. No one there to pick it up. Gets across. It'll be offside against
Offsides on White.
Against the Pioneers.
You can see the Pioneers' strategy right from the first drop of this game. The ball drop of this game was they want to put pressure on Imperium. They're not going to sit back. They're not going to wait. They're not going to try to trap. They just want to pressure them. They just don't think they have the defenseman to be able to handle the ball.
And they almost set up for Gregory again. Currently has the only goal for the Pioneers so far. Meantime, shot. Hits the post. Goes back behind the net. Looking for a feed in front. No one available. Pioneers once again on the attack. This has been a much closer game than we expected as we hit the 1 minute mark of the second period. Shot in a frame by Bell. Second chance. He steers that one away as well.
Can't keep giving opportunities up in the slot area like that.
Pioneers on another run. They'll just throw one on Scandally and makes a stop. They'll take it behind it. Small shot from behind. You see the number for the Pioneers applying the forecheck. Back across the center line. Looking for
Pioneers not letting the Imperium breathe.
Scores!
There we go.
The Pioneers take the lead.
Good goal, good dirty goal in front of the net. Couldn't see who got that goal. I think it was Justin Hancock, to be honest with you. Or not Justin Hancock. Who was that?
See who that was in front of the
Phil
net.
Frainer got the goal.
Got the rebound, and who would have thought that Pittsburgh Pioneers hold a lead over the Imperium? The current
You see the pressure. The pressure's all over the rink. All over the rink.
The period comes to an end, and the team currently at the bottom of the standings has just pulled a stunner with 2 periods gone. We'll be back to talk about this after the break. As we get underway in the third period, Phil Twitter has scored the latest goal for the Pioneers, who was sitting at the doorstep with the rebound. Take it back around the
Pressure everywhere.
Something we've been talking about. As the Imperium take it back the other way. Shot of the save on the Bill as the defensemen come in to protect their goalie.
Pat Bell, another big save, and as you see who was right on the doorstep, Danny Cunningham, looking for that rebound.
He already has 1 for the game. He has 3 for the season and has totaled 8 points for the season. Now tied with Anquan Smith for the top of Tier 1.
The only mistake Pioneers could possibly make is if they change the style of this game that they've been playing for the first 2 periods. They got to continue the pressure that's been working.
1-on-1 for the Pioneers. Shot in the save, Scanlon.
Christian Magliocco from the famous Magliocco family. Good scoring opportunity.
It just drove right down, just wasn't wasting any time. Just look at the speed, only has 1 to beat, just found that room, tried to go to the low right pad side of Scanlon. Imperium back under control.
Pressure all over the rink. As you see, they're pressuring all over the rink. They got to keep this style up.
Looking for center pass, no one available. Off the boards. Imperium in a position that they're not usually in, that they haven't seen since the Mila Cup final.
This next goal is going to be huge in this game. Huge.
Let's go for a shot save. Comes back to the corner. Imperium used to facing pressure as they try to drop the net, but broken up by the Pioneers defense.
Imperium seems to be forcing opportunities now. They need to slow the ball down a little bit, try to be a little more patient. Look for that open guy.
Josh Moore trying to clear up. They knock it back down. Goes around the boards and hits the fencing. And Alvin Scanlon took a weird bounce off the boards, and he will just take the face off.
Pioneers are playing well right now. We'll see if it lasts for the whole third period.
And with the standard that the Imperium have been playing, they're going to have to keep it. Because at this point, no matter the result, I'm impressed by the Pioneers' play today. And a shot just going wide of Bell. Going back to the center line all the way out. Pioneers try to feed one in front, nothing there. Behind the net, as Josh Moore to apply pressure behind on the forecheck. Shaking it back and forth, back to the corner.
They would just not let Imperium breathe with the ball. As soon as they get the ball, there's somebody's on that guy right away.
And keep an eye before the net. Maybe something for a lone attacker. And another shot rebound. Can't get through. An unrelenting attack by the Pioneers. And the Imperium trying to counterattack. They can't.
Bryce Scanlon now keeping Imperium in this game. He's making some big saves. Pressure. You'll see it all over the rink.
Back the other way for the Imperium. Trying to feed it in front. Still can't get anybody. The Pioneers just all over them. Back the other way for Jordan Robbins. Trying to go across. Can't find anyone. They do hang on, though. Back to Steve Gregory. Just trying to go back to the point. And nothing there, so they'll just retreat and reset.
Just got to keep the ball deep in the zone. Every time they get the ball, they got to get the ball deep in the zone and put pressure. There's another turnover.
Just about as some for Tranter, who has the go-ahead goal right now. Back along behind the net. Imperium trying to
Don't take a penalty.
pressure.
Don't take a penalty late in this game.
Well, they got an icing, which is not as bad as a penalty, but it still takes a draw back in their own zone.
Key to the Pioneers is to stay out of the penalty box the rest of this game. They can't take a cheap penalty here. What's been working for the whole game is still working, and why get away from it now?
Yeah, this is something that we don't usually see out of the Imperium as another shot goes into Scanlon. But like I said, the last time we've seen them under this kind of pressure was back in the Minor Cup final when they faced the Leominster Stars of Massachusetts. And of course, with them having a weakened team because of the salary cap, doesn't exactly help their situation. But they're still making good of what they got as they try to go for another attack. But it just hasn't been working for them this period.
Also, the key for the Pioneers right now, the biggest two threats of Imperium is Danny Cunningham and Brendan Krause. You have to have a man on them at all times. Don't give them any scoring opportunity. Don't let them breathe. Let somebody else try to beat you. We'll see what happens. But I really think that Imperium's struggling right now to get them opportunities.
Still getting pinned up in the ball.
Ball's in the opposite corner. No one has any idea it's over there.
Yeah, I just noticed that. That fooled me. But the Imperium do get control, but still can't get any kind of attack. But they will take an icing.
5 minutes to go in this game. Pioneers got to get the ball to the red line and dump the ball in the zone and continue to forecheck, and see if they can pull this out. Pat Bell should do his job in net. Pioneers just got to not give chances, opportunities.
I don't even know if Bell's faced a shot on net this period. I don't recall him facing one yet.
Excellent strategy by the Pioneers. As you see, Corey Hirsch, he's not playing this game. He's on the bench coaching.
That's how serious they're taking this game. Oh, turnover, shot and a save by Bell. Oh, that's one that he hasn't faced in a while.
That's the other threat, Owen Mills. Owen Mills is a big threat for them, too. Brendan Krause, Danny Cunningham will be 1 and 2. Owen Mills had a great opportunity there. Coming back in the offensive zone again for Imperium.
Owen Mills with plenty of experience. He was the one that scored the game-winning goal in Season 1 of the Minor Cup final. As the Imperium shot gets blocked.
To the red line, get it in.
And a shot saved by Scanlon, and he'll hang on for the draw.
Every offensive zone faceoff for the Pioneers is going to be huge in this game.
They'd have to hang on for another 5 minutes. And what would be a huge win should the score hold. So it comes right in front of Scanlon. And a potential 2-on-1 for the Imperium. Shot and a save by Bell. A rebound attempt, not available. Taken away by Josh Moore for the Pioneers.
Pioneers didn't do a good job getting back in the defensive zone that time and let a 2-on-1 develop. Shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't be happening with a 1-goal lead.
As they try to drive one in, but Bell seals it off of Cam Smith, who was trying to push it in. .423 remaining in the third period, and what has been a score that I don't think anyone was predicting this game.
Well, I kept saying, I mean, they just put pressure, and Imperium's having trouble. As you see, 14's on the rink right now and 24's on the rink right now. This is going to be a key shift right here. Pioneer's going to weather the storm right here.
Low roller goes into the pad of Bell. We'll have another draw. And trying to go for a quick shot and a save by Bell. The shot from Colin Downing. And a
Looked like that didn't get through. Good block by a defenseman.
Shot over the net. That would have been a backbreaker if that got through. As that gets lifted all the way down, no icing here. Imperium need a pushback, something to give them a jump start. It is cleared out of the zone. Comes back across. As a shot around the boards off the fencing. The Pioneers get out of the zone. Into the corner. Hand is up.
We got a penalty coming on Imperium here. It's going to be costly. I think we got an interference on Steve against Steve Gregory. They're going to pull the ball back now and slow it down. More time they kill here, the better.
This will be big for the Pioneers, trying to kill as much time as possible. That's what they need to do right now. They need to milk this out as long as possible.
Hey, there's no problem with keeping away here. The more time they take off the clock, and then they get another minute 30 to kill on a power play, or on a power play, Imperium will have trouble. They're going to slow it down big time and hold this and knock minutes off.
This is very smart hockey by the Pioneers. They just focus on killing the clock. That gives less time to even strength attack for the Imperium.
Pioneers going to pull back again.
Again, this is very smart clock management by the Pioneers. Back across to Sean DeRoll.
This is going to develop a 3-on-2 to go the other way eventually here. Imperium got to be careful.
Throws it back and forth. Has to be at least a minute since the penalty has been called. His arm's got to get tired by finally touch it.
Imperium almost had to make a line change there to get guys because Imperium was gassed. They couldn't chase the ball anymore. They should have made a line change, get some fresher bodies out there to pressure the ball to get a stop there.
So the Pioneers go on the power play, the first one of the game, and that would mean that there would only be 39 seconds of even strength time. Like, even if they pull Scanlon, that's not much time for them. So, I don't know. What do you think? Attack short-handed?
If the Pioneers were smart here, they would not take any bad angled shots. They'd control the ball, do what they've been doing. Just possess the ball, control it, let the time run down. That's a bad turnover right there.
And I would expect the Imperium to be attacking, but they're going to let it play on here. Less than 2 minutes left on the game clock. That's going to apply a lot of pressure to the Imperium. Steve Gregory with control for the Pioneers. Will take his time. Now goes around the boards. To Josh Terwall. Gave it away. And it looks like the Imperium are just focusing on getting the man back. But they will throw it to the opposite corner. We'll see what they decide to do. But for now, they're focusing on possession, but they do give it back to the Pioneers. Comes back to Steve Gregory for the Pioneers.
We're down to 1:10, 30 seconds. Like you said, there's only going to be about 40 seconds to go in this game.
The Imperium can't waste any time. As you see Josh Morin trying to focus on possession. A bump behind the net. Imperium, they need to attack. Just holding on for now. They can't do too much of it. I think they're trying to see if they can get Scanlon out of the net.
They might try to get Bryce Scanlon off now, and here he comes. He's going to the bench now.
And like what they're doing. You don't have much time left and a whistle. I believe they called offside.
Got to focus on Danny Cunningham here.
I wouldn't be surprised if the Imperium called their timeout right now. With 30 seconds left. You need to draw up something.
Got to get the ball in the net. Got to get the ball in the net. Lost that face-off. That's a good play there. Just give it to the defenseman.
They're just going to let it roll. 20 seconds. Throws one off. The fencing is behind the net. Everyone moves in. 15 seconds left. Back behind the net. Try and look for another shot. 7 seconds left. Try and pull it off at the point. Turns it over. 3 seconds.